One of my favorite players to watch this preseason is undrafted free agent rookie wide receiver for the New England Patriots, EFTON Chisum. This is a guy that not only, in my opinion, is going to make the 53-man roster. I think it's literally a lock at this point. But also, and maybe even more importantly, I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play a lot. I don't think there's a way that Josh McDaniels and Mike Rabel, there's just no chance they don't put him on the football field. He's that good. And we're going to break down some film. Right here, we're basically going to get like a stop route or a curl route. We're going to get the same thing over the middle of the field. We're going to get like kind of like an out, trying to get up that sideline with Kyle Williams. But as that's happening, we're getting a little bit of a shallow cross over the middle here by EFTON Chisum. Now, as we're reading this defense here by Joshua Dobbs, we're seeing this guy kind of blitzing a little bit. Now, the only reason he's blitzing is because he thinks the running back is in a pass protection rep off the man side with a full slide to the right. Okay, so he believes that this guy's just going to protect the quarterback, which means he's just going to blitz. Okay, now once he realizes the running back's not blocking, he's actually coming out, he goes and attaches. Okay, now as we're crossing over the middle of the field, this linebacker has to kind of stay with that tight end for the time being, right? And then obviously this guy's in man right there. He's on Kyle Williams, which means all we got to do is get the ball to our playmaker in space, and that's exactly what we do. Picks up a few yards there, not bad at all. But watch what this dude starts to do in this ball game. You guys are going to be blown away. Now, before we really dive in, comment down below a few other players that you would like me to break down. I dropped a Will Campbell video on the main channel, thus Mattydubs. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, brand new channel, right? We're going to be covering the Patriots all year. Give me some more players and we'll break them down as time goes on. Subscribe and let's dive in. Okay, very similar type of play with the offensive line. They're going to be in what we call a full slide. Now, essentially, everybody is rotating in this direction, okay? Now, when you have a full slide, the offensive line, that is what we call a zone side. Everyone's sliding in one side. They don't have a man. However, you do need someone to man up in these protections, right? Whether it be a tight end cracking back in this way or it's a running back, right? Someone is always has to be on the man side, right? Because you don't want to leave a free edge rusher. So I believe Antonio Gibson is going to be that guy. We're going to pre-snap motion. Looks like to me this is clear zone coverage because nobody follows him over. So again, looks like zone coverage. We're going to full slide the offensive line. Gibson pick up that edge rusher. Now all we're doing here is sitting over the middle, right? We're seeing this guy come down, looking at 49. This guy's got the middle. This guy's probably got a little bit deeper, right? This guy's got a deep zone. Ready? Watch this. He's going to stop on a dime. He's going to slow his route. He's going to act like he's going over the middle. Watch his ability to just, boom, stop. Stop on a dime, catch the ball, turn up the field. Now, doesn't get into the end zone on this one, but this dude's ability to play make after the catch is, again, something that I love. We're going to continue to break that down. Another really good play here by EFTON Chisum. We're kind of going to get like kind of verts on this side, clear out to the bottom side of your screen. We're going to get a shallow cross over the middle. We're going to get a late release into another inside route. Now, EFTON Chisum is going to get kind of this little crossing route over the middle. But again, he does such a good job finding space of the defense. Watch this play. So again, looks like this could potentially be man coverage with one high safety over the top. Looks like you got press man to the top. Again, this is all just what it looks like off the snap. Now, as we adjust, look at how well he does going underneath the linebacker, kind of manipulating this DB to give him a little bit more space. And then, boom, cuts across the middle, immediately looks for the ball, and that's when they find him in space. Good catch through contact. Again, this guy is so smart. He's so athletic. He's so quick off his route that you just gotta love it. You gotta love it. Look at him, right? He's gonna break, act like he's gonna break to the outside of the linebacker, right? Plants that right foot into the ground, and what that does right there is freezes his DB because he doesn't know, right? At this moment in time, he might be breaking to the outside, right? So this guy freezes for just a second, right? And boom, that's all it took for Chisum to get a little bit of space on the crosser. Telling you, man, this guy is different. And as we get further into the video, these are going to get more and more fun. Watch this next one. Okay, here we go again, guys. Watch this play. We're going to get kind of a shallow cross over the middle, inside leverage go ball. We're going to get an inside and then break. Again, this dude is so good at manipulating DBs, dude. Watch number 5 here. Now, he's going to notice that EFTON Chisum looks like he's going to the inside initially, so he kind of drops back. Now, as we get this shallow cross over the middle, these two linebackers kind of pass them off. But notice how EFTON Chisum doesn't cross face here, doesn't go in front of the linebackers. He wants to just tell this DB close to him that he's going underneath, and then he's going to break behind them to get to the second level. Now, this guy, his job is to kind of attack that safety, try to get him out of this play, and that's kind of the same thing right here. We're trying to get this guy to bite down either on the shallow cross or this go ball. We're kind of reading that safety. We want to see what he's going to do. So as this ball is snapped again, watch this route by Chisum. He goes underneath and then over the linebackers, and then that safety bites down on 80, and now boom, Chisum is in that third level of the defense, wide open, turns up the field, and great playmaker after the catch, man. Dude, I love it. Love this route. I mean, it's just so nasty the way this dude finds space in the defense. Again, I don't think there's a way they don't put him on the football field. He's that good. He's that good. Put this man on the football field. Watch him work. Really quickly, do me a big favor. Hit the like button. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Patriots throughout the entirety of this year's season. Preseason, regular season, offense, defense, individual player film, literally everything. Like I said before, we dropped the Will Campbell video earlier this morning on the main channel. You guys can go check that one out. But if you want more Patriots videos, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel as well. It doesn't cost anything, and turn on those post notifications because there's going to be more coming. That being said, break down the last few catches. All right, another play here, EFTON Chisum, and keep in mind this is on 2 drives. All of these catches are on 2 drives, so we get pre-snap motion. What is the first thing we notice right here, guys? As he motions across the football field, you guys know, right? Looks to me like man coverage. Now, you're going to see these guys communicate, right? So as he follows him across the formation, he basically just made a communication where he's like, okay, I get the inside guy, you get the outside guy, which essentially means this guy was to hit the flats, he was to sit over the middle, he would get the inside and he would get the outside, or vice versa, right? If this guy went up the middle, he went like this, right? He would get him, he would get him. Okay, makes sense, right? So as this play is happening, that is kind of exactly what happens. Tight end does a good job kind of confusing them by just hitting the middle. He's ultimately going to break over the middle as well. And now we're just going to sit on this little zig route here with EFTON Chisum. In man, sits right in front of the tight end, comes back. Great job by the quarterback leading him away from the DB. Breaks the first tackle, gets up the field for some extra yardage there. Man, I'm telling you, very smart. Now, again, this is a lot of credit to the quarterback here because he leads him away from the DB who kind of goes over the middle, right? DB thinks, all right, maybe this is a shallow cross. Let me overcommit to that middle. But as we start to break back to the outside, quarterback does a great job leading him back to the outside, right? Boom. Because if you put that right on him, he's going to get smacked. He's going to get hit. Then a great job making a play after. Guys, now we're running a mesh, okay? Basically have this guy come across the middle. Not really blocking, but you guys know what we do here, right? We're going to have him go underneath it. Now, the job here is for our tight end. We know this is man-to-man coverage. I actually forgot to show you guys that, which is very important. My bad, right? But we have this pre-snap motion right here. Boom. Once you see that, we know this is man-to-man coverage. Now that mesh concept is going to work out perfectly. If it was zone, maybe not so much. But since it's man, Josh Dobbs is like, okay, I know exactly what to do here. I know exactly where to go with the football. He actually checks. He actually checks it into the mesh concept, I believe. Now, they probably came out with 2 different plays, a man beater and his own beater. Once they figured out it was man, they're like, okay, check that. Let's hit the mesh. Okay, so they probably came out with 2 plays. Right, and boom, look at this. Again, he's going to come across. He's going to try to just get in the way. We don't want to block. We want to get in the way. As we hit space, again, got to keep in mind, this guy's in man with the tight end. So he's going to stay in man on the tight end. Unless they're really good at communicating and they can switch it. But they don't do that here. We get in the way. We force him to go over. Now we find EFTON Chisum in space. Now at this point in time, if I was to give you guys $100 to guess what happens on this play, if you guys don't know what happens, right? What would you guys think would happen? Let me freeze it right here, okay? What do you think happens? Probably gets tackled. Maybe gets to the 5-yard. Maybe gets to the 5-yard line. Okay? Boom. First guy, missed. Second guy, missed. Third guy, missed. Fourth guy, fifth guy, touchdown. I mean, what? This dude is incredible. Again, love the concept here. Love the little check pre-snap once we see it's man-to-man coverage. Great job by Joshua Dobbs. Great job finding EFTON Chisum underneath, and then how are you going to keep this guy off the football field? How are you going to keep him off the football field? Play this man. Play him more. Play him every play. I don't care. I know you have Pop Douglas, man. It's tough. You have a lot of weapons. A lot of weapons. Look at 39. Hold on. Let me do something here. Who is 39? Because I love the energy that he just brought. Who's 39? Sorry, I don't know this already. I think he's a running back. 39 is JaMycal Hasty. Big shout out to JaMycal Hasty. I love when teammates get hyped for guys making plays. Look at JaMycal up there making a block, getting that guy out of the play slightly. But ultimately, look at that. I love that. I love that. I love the effort. I love the hypeness. This team feels a little bit different this year. Does he actually get mad when he can't block for a second? No, not really. But man, he gets hyped. That is what I want to see. Now, pretty much after Chisum day was done, after that, he snapped. He looked great. Now, let me know who you want me to break down next. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.